Hello, good morning, special guest
Morning.
star. So I am early. There apparently are 6 of you here already, though. So hello. How early am I? You've got your phone.
15:15, so 15 minutes.
Oh wow, really early. Sorry, but hello. Oh, you just had an email to say I've gone live.
Yes.
Is that your notification? Oh, that's good. So it's working. Right, okay, so I've actually got some sewing to do today because I really want to get the 7974s done for the end of the month. And this one, the only thing it needs is hemming and buttonholes. The one, oh, Trusting UK is here. Hello. The one that's right behind your head, the white one that you carried down for me. Yes, that one. I've unpicked the hem, so I need to press that, which is why I turned the iron on.
The iron that I nearly walked into.
Yes.
Pre-warning me that the iron's on is probably a good thing.
Apparently, yeah. Marty, you didn't see the glowing blue light. So, that one needs hemming and buttons. And I've put up a vote on Patreon for what buttons I should use for that. Actually, can you pass me my phone? It's in my Kittenish Behaviour bag. Because I've taken photos.
Maybe I can.
Oh, it should be in there. Is it in there or is it in my pocket? I've got my 8577 on, which has got the giant pockets, but it's not in my pockets. Is it not in there?
It is in there.
Oh, it is in there. It's just fallen to the bottom. Thank you. It's nice having an assistant. I like this. So I have taken photos, which I have put up for a vote on Patreon. For which buttons to use, and one of the options I gave you but it's not on there is self-covered buttons, and that's one that's proving most popular, and I kind of think I agree with you guys, although it would need to be the 11mm buttons, and there's going to need to be a lot of them. So I ordered 10 packets of 6 11mm buttons, and they've arrived, and they're the 15mm ones, which I already have a giant stock of, because when the local fabric shop went out of business, I bought all of their self-cover button kits that they had, so I've got hundreds of that size. So I've got to return them and get new ones. And I'm thinking, do I just go with the green ones or the yellow ones? Because I did say I wasn't going to abide by the poll. Do you have a preference? What colour?
On the actual button colours?
Yeah.
Would you use them alternating? Is that just awkward?
I mean, it doesn't look bad.
They all go.
Exactly, that's the problem. They all look nice. So Maverick says, morning, Shanklin and Peeps from warm and sunny Kent. Good morning. So yeah, I don't know, because I've only got 12 of the 11mm ones, and I need way more than that. I need at least double that, I think. So yeah. Nimoy says, hello, you two, and Peeps. Hello, Nimoy. Nimoy's in Germany.
I think you said before.
Yeah, she's the one that's crocheted those for me.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Morning.
So I need to change thread colour. I don't want to roll over your feet.
We're going to
No, that's good. That's good. Just needed to be here. I just didn't want to roll over your feet. So yeah, I'm going to do some sewing, because if I don't do some sewing, I'm not going to get these projects finished in time. So we need to change over to what I have. Oh, well, the bobbin on that one was nearly dead anyway, so let's just finish that one off. And we'll make a new bobbin, because always need ivory bobbins. And need to go in there. I just happen to have the right colour thread, which also goes with the strawberry pajamas, which are not going to get done this month, I don't think. Mind you, these dresses took me like a day to do. I still have all the finishing work to do on them, so yeah. But bobbin done. We'll unthread this one. You're meant to cut the thread and pull it through the other way. It's really naughty to do it this way, because it can get stuck in the machine, but I never had that issue, so Yeah, it's not bit me in the ass yet. So I'm just like, fluff around and find out. Yes. Nimue says, we're looking at up to 30 degrees today, so I'll be hiding out in my sewing room, which has the only north-facing window. Nice. And Trusting UK says, your trusted assistant.
Not assisting at all, just watching.
That's fine. That's nice that you, well, I mean, you come and sit in here and sit over there and keep me company. So, like, you're just working his way around the sewing room. Jojo says, morning all. I hope you're all well. Very well. Thank you, Jojo. How are you? Did you enjoy your birthday yesterday? Potato, like, I loved Erica's mashed potato thing. That was really funny. Potato peeps. We hug each other so tight that we turn into mashed potatoes. We amuse ourselves if nothing else. Okay, bobbin threaded. Oh, itchy nose. I love this machine for threading this machine because it does all of the work for you. I mean, technically, it really would do all the work for you. No, like there's a whole bunch of stuff in there that on other machines you have to find all the hooks and stuff and do that yourself. And like this one's just like, okay, I'll do this for you. Technically, it will like thread this as well. I can put the thread in a specific thing and it will come down and thread it, which is what this is.
Take me forever to do.
Which is what this is, but it only guarantees that it will work on a 80 or above needle. I'm using a 70 needle, which is smaller. So that's why that's not working. Pick up the bobbin thread. Oh, come on, you're right there. You're right there.
Did not get it.
It did, I just couldn't grab it. Right. Oh, let's see. Lots of people here. Geek Gracer says hello. Hello. Ali Stitchy Fingers says, morning Shan, just heard you on about self-covered buttons. I have loads of 20mm buttons, but not 11. You would have been welcome to them. Oh, thank you, my lovely. That's very kind of you. I have, like I say, I have giant stashes of every single size except 11mm because the shop didn't have that size in the, because they're the metal covered ones. So yeah, the 10 sets that I've ordered have come that are 15mm, and I'm like, do I keep them because they're the white plastic ones rather than metal? And some of the fabrics are like, as you can see, like this is really see-through. So if I tried to put that over a silver metal button, it would be really metallically shiny silver would show through. So you kind of line it, which just adds another layer of difficulty, which is, you know, like, yeah. Or if I put it over a white one, it would be less obvious. So it's like, do I do that? And then I'm like, no. Box 3D says, hello Peeps, kitty in a box. Hello. Erica says, hello Sean and Peeps. So happy to catch a bit of live streaming. Has been way too long. Words are hard, I can see. Sewing a pair of Winslow culottes today. Ooh, nice. I need to make myself some more trousers. Did anyone see my video that I put out this weekend? I am going to do, is this the front of the skirt? Yes, it is, and that's the side. I am going to do my trouser and why are words so hard? Jumpsuit pattern collection video next, and I think it's going to be hilarious because we've seen how many pairs of trousers I've made. 2 3 pairs of one, but two patterns and 3 jumpsuit patterns. I think I've made 5, but I've not kept the other 2 either. But the selection of trouser patterns and jumpsuit patterns I have is enormous. And I just don't wear them. So like, why do I keep buying them?
Do you like making them more than others or not?
No.
Just something different to do?
I just...
Maybe winter? I don't know.
No.
Just don't wear.
No. It's like, you've seen me wear jeans once on our first date because I didn't want to turn up completely crazy. Because I know I'm a lot. I'm way over the top. I was wearing my
You're wearing your jacket.
My jacket, my geeky jacket, and a velvet top with giant sleeves. So you know, I wasn't completely like suckering you in. It's just the jeans. and I haven't worn them since.
More of a winter thing.
This is true. This is true. Susan says, good evening, Shiny Peeps. Good evening. Erica says, not a fan of trousers either. So these are perfect compromise that will function on my children's playgrounds, a new necessity in my life. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you need to run around after kids and, like, you know, stuff. Yeah. No. Yeah, maybe I need to, I've got loads of culotte patterns. I've even got, like, one that one of my pattern swap peeps sent me from South Africa, which is very similar to the Winslow culottes, which is why I'm thinking of it. But I had, like, culottes I probably would wear, like the wide leg trousers that I like. Yeah. I don't know, I just always reach for dresses. Don't I? Really? Like, I only have to think about one thing. Although today I thought about two things. I've got my matching thing in, and my hair is just about long enough to get up again, which I'm so happy about. So you probably won't be seeing me with my hair down for a very long time. I can't wait till I can, because I've got like one of those giant hair pieces as well. It makes you look like you've done a really fancy updo, and all you've done is put it in a ponytail and stuck this thing on it, and it looks really good. So I can't wait till I can do that again. I'm never getting my hair cut again, because just that was terrible. I'm still traumatized, aren't I?
You are, yes.
I keep banging on about it. You really are putting up with a lot, actually. Now I'm saying these things out loud. I'm like, why do you like me?
Doing right.
I can cook, that's why.
You can. You did make your breakfast. You did wake me up with breakfast and coffee.
I was nice this morning, wasn't I?
You were.
Yeah. Like, you know, like oven baked bread this morning. I mean, to be fair, it's one of those pre-done rolls that you just stick it in, but still, I had to do stuff.
Turn the oven on.
Yeah. I'm well impressed with myself. So, right. So this is the back skirt, and I'm going to do French seams because I like a French seam. So that's the side and that's the side. So these can go over there. I've been waking up with a frog in my throat for the last week or so, which is really weird, but it hasn't quite disappeared today. Let's see. Jojo says, this Tato had a wonderful birthday. Our son, daughter-in-law, my mum and dad came on Friday for beer, pizza and laughs. Chilled day with long-suffering husband yesterday, being utterly spoiled. Long-suffering husband gave me life-sized giant Grogu. A Grogu life-size one. That's very cool. Like Baby Yoda. It's not actually Baby Yoda, but Baby Yoda. Anyway, says, maybe ease yourself into trousers via a few different culotte patterns. I love culottes for the summer, but because no chub rub and more practiced on the bike. Yeah, more practical on the bike. Yeah, I've got the Tanya culottes from Megan Nielsen, and I have made those. And I made them in strawberry fabric, and I put a by hand London and a bodice on them, and I was well impressed with myself for working out how to make it into a back seam with the pleats and stuff, because the Tanya culottes have a side seam usually, with a side zipper, sorry. And then I never wore it, because that was when I was just like, oh yeah, I wear short dresses and I wear short things. And then I actually ended up never wearing them because I decided that I didn't like my legs anymore, and I don't wear short things anymore. So I need to make those again. But she's revised the pattern, because that, like, the reason they were short was because they're so wide, but she's revised the pattern to like narrow it down a bit. I really like those. I need to make those. Yeah. Luminaria says, good morning everyone. Good morning. Susan says, you may not wear pants for the same reason you don't wear skirts. You love wearing dresses. This is true. But you think, like, and I do wear jumpsuits. Like, you've seen me in my stretchy ones, the leafy ones and stuff. Yeah, I do wear jumpsuits. The leafy one was one of the ones I had on my dating profile picture.
It was.
Yeah. Apparently that's a popular picture. So Sleep Repeat says, oh my god, is that buttons? No, it's just some random man I found. Yeah.
Unreal.
Some poor random guy that I dragged in off the street to pretend to be my boyfriend. I've been calling him my boyfriend a lot recently, haven't I? Yeah. Sorry. We haven't had that discussion yet, but I apparently made that decision. So so Sleep Repeat says, sorry, just joined. Hi, joined late. Hi everyone. No, we started early. We started early because we are going to finish at 12:30 today, because we want to go for a walk along the seafront and get some food.
Bang on. Well,
It's-
28 minutes now.
So we're still
And
2
you're up
minutes
to
early.
50 people. So it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Conchetta says, hi everyone, hope you are well. Very well, thank you. How are you, my lovely? Right, now I've got to try and get these together in the right way without fluffing up, because when I did the white one, I sewed the wrong panels together and had to unpick them, and I was cursing myself.
Were you doing that late at night again?
Yeah, no, that was during the day. I was just being, it was one of those ones where, because this has got an obvious right and wrong side, and that fabric technically does, but it's really difficult to tell. So like, it's not that difficult to tell, and there's like notches on this that supposedly tell you how you sew, which sides get sewn to the other, and I hadn't marked them overly clearly. I have this time, so pass. Caroline says, happy sunny Sunday all, dang hot here in Guildford. Yes, it's been, you always tell me it's way hotter.
It was 31 there Friday, I think. Was it? No, this was 36. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not fun. Nimue says, I bought myself the McCall's 8292 last Black Friday. Now just have to find the time to make them as with everything. Yeah. Why can't we just make things at the same speed as we talk about making things? Because then, like, well, I wouldn't have a fabric stash then, would I? I would have a giant wardrobe and nowhere to store anything. This is why, another reason why I'm doing like my wardrobe clear out, because I definitely do need to make space for stuff. Okay. There's a notch. There's a notch. So I'm doing French seam, so you sew the wrong sides together.
Okay.
So
I trust you.
I can talk you through this if you would like, or I can just like carry on and yeah.
You just pretend I know nothing about sewing.
Yeah, he's actually an expert tailor. Okay. Alana says, good day everyone. Hello Alana. Caroline says, yeah, 31 on Friday, 34 degrees yesterday in Guildford. It was quite warm here, wasn't it?
It was, but it's
We
like,
sat in the
it's a good 10
garden.
degrees difference when I was looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was felt hot yesterday.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's 23 here now.
Alana says, love your dress today, Shan. Thank you. This is the 8577, because of course it is in the Amaryllis print that they only ever released on Cotton Lawn, and I haven't spoken to Lady McElroy for ages actually, because they asked me for like a list of prints that people wanted to see on viscose, and this was one of them. And she said, this would be amazing on viscose, please do it. And I'm like, yeah, why have we not done it yet? But I haven't seen any of them be put up on the shop, so I'm not sure if that actually got put into fruition or not. So yeah, I haven't spoken to them for ages. Makey says, hello everyone, I have been on vacation in Italy, bought some lovely fabric hanging out to dry, and now enjoying some very hot weather in the garden. Would love to sew, but it's really too hot. It's warm here, but yeah, we're gonna go for a walk later, like I said, along the seafront, so it should be a little cooler. Yeah. And depends how far we get as to how hungry we are as to where we stop for lunch. But I'm hoping we can get to the driftwood, because I would like that.
A very good lunch, brunch, breakfast yesterday.
Yeah, I starved him. We completely forgot to get you breakfast, didn't we, when you arrived on Friday? We went to a new restaurant in Bride on Friday night. So good. They did like, it was basically a meat platter. It was steak, pork bites, chicken wings, and garlic prawns, fries, and tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I white tomatoes. It was really good. It looked, and they did cocktails as well. Like his first cocktail arrived under a dome with cherry smoke in it. It was like,
so a smoked old fashioned.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you had a whiskey sour.
Yes, whiskey sour.
Yeah. And they did be a mocktail. I had a pineapple one to start with, and I regret it was a pineapple mojito. I regretted it. Should have gone for the watermelon sugar from the start. But that was really good. But yeah, we went and got snacks. So we went and got ourselves ridiculous amount of snacks. We completely forgot to get you breakfast, didn't we? So I starved him yesterday.
It worked out.
Yeah. So then we went to the fairy gardens because they do a really good jug of Pims.
That becomes the Pim.
Yeah, we've booked a table for a couple of weeks' time when he's coming back. And she's like, I'll just write you down as the Pims couple because we actually had 2 jugs of Pims. We had a jug of Pims each yesterday. It was really good though.
Very good. What kind was interesting?
Yeah, the hill didn't seem quite so bad when you were slightly tipsy. Like I don't know, Pims is strong, but it doesn't feel like it's like
it's too easy to drink.
Yeah. And the jug comes with really long spoons so that you can get to the alcoholic fruit, which I appreciate. Caroline says it's 27 degrees in Guildford at the moment.
Yes, definitely warm.
Warm.
So nice if you've got nothing to do.
Yeah, if you're stuck in a metal box though.
When you're at work, it's not so fun.
Yeah.
Wearing a shirt, big metal oven.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. Here Grace says it was 26 here today, but will be 6 overnight. I'm wondering when we might have something approaching winter. She's in Australia.
See, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're having the same temperatures that we're bitching about here as your winter temperature.
But they have air conditioning.
This is true.
And I bet it's a dry heat.
Oh, it depends whereabouts in Australia. You're quite far south, aren't you, Gig Racer? Because like Brisbane, I know is wet. Humid. Yamori says, I went to a friend's place yesterday so we could both work on our fantail skirts. I got exactly to the point where I could have started stitching and go figure. But I have fully prepped skirt now. Nice. Are you doing the Foundations Revealed fantail skirt? Is that what you're doing? Or are you just which pattern company are you doing? I know you told me the other day because Nimaway was at the Zoom call. I need to schedule the next Zoom call for Tuesday, don't I? I think I'm going to do 6 o'clock in the evening next Tuesday. We'll see if that works. Hopefully it'll work for more of you because there was a few of you that are like, oh my god, I forgot. Like, no, it's fine. Oh, Nimaway, Mum found the back for her t-shirt. It had fallen between her desk and the radiator, and when I said to Dad, can I put the radiator in the boiler room because we don't need it now, he's like, yeah, sure. So I moved it and it was like, there's the t-shirt, because Nimaway was watching Mum and I just be like, can't have disappeared, it can't have grown legs, where is it gone? Right, we're 23 minutes in and I'm about to start sewing. That's got to be some kind of a record, right? Who keeps track of these things? Like Sean Bingo, you need to, like, Sean actually sews during a live stream, like, tick that off, because yeah. She says, going to read more of the chat. Caroline says, nothing wrong with a jug of Pims each. Now that's a thought, where's my bottle? Yeah, we went to the shop on the way back because you needed breakfast and a toothbrush. And I was like, I have interest. How much is a bottle of Pims? And he was like, 20 quid. It's like,
I'll take 2.
Yeah. But then we'd have had to have carried it home as well as all the lemonade to go with it.
Imagine if we'd been sat in the garden yesterday drinking Pims.
Yeah.
Whilst I was being molested by
yeah, Susie won't leave him alone. She just kept like circling his chair and then licking him, and then she was like, I want to be on the lap. And you're actually like physically damaged, aren't you?
I have a few scrapes.
Yeah, the dog's just like actually damaged him. I was like, I'm so sorry. But no, it's fine.
She's very cute though.
She is very cute. Oh, Gig Race is in Brisbane. It's humid. I'm very happy to have air-conditioned bedroom and living room. I just need to get the rest of the house done to make summers bearable. I can imagine. So yeah, not a dry heat.
I'll definitely put an air conditioning unit into one of the houses I do eventually.
Yeah, you will in the bedroom.
Yeah,
please.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah, just for that like period of the summer where it's just
2 weeks.
Yeah, where it's unbearable. Julie Elizabeth says, morning, it's 6:35 here in Virginia, cold and raining. But good morning. Makey says, it's 31 degrees here now. Tomorrow expecting 21. That's a bit of a difference. Caroline says the off is all windows, like the office is all windows, like having an enormous radiator. Oh gosh. Jojo says, sent a picture of my Grogu. What is Pim's like? Never had it. I think I might need to hunt some out. Big fan of gin and Dubonnet at the moment. I mean, if you like gin, then because I don't like gin. There's a giant fly in here. Yeah. If you like gin, then you'll love Pim's. I don't like gin.
Would you say it's like gin?
It's a gin-based cocktail.
Is it really?
Yeah. I had no clue.
A lot sweeter than gin. Gin's very bitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Pim's is not bitter.
No, not really. And that's all the lemonade as well, I would imagine.
I guess.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Even the gin and lemonade is not.
Well, gross. Yeah,
That's
I don't
still
like.
bitter compared to Pim's.
I don't like. So yeah, it's a sweet drink, and then you put all the fruit in it, and then you like eat the fruit once it's alcoholic. It's great because they put grapes and strawberries and apples and cucumber in there.
Grapes do not float.
Grapes do not float. Yeah, that's why they have the spoon. And Mum always puts borage flowers in as well because it just looks pretty. But yeah, if you like gin, you'll love Pim's. But it is a sweet drink, which is why I like it so much. But if anyone had told me it was a gin-based cocktail before I tried it, I would never have tried it because I don't like gin. So yeah. Still not sewing. Getting closer to sewing. It's under the precipice. Like, yeah. I got to catch up with the chat, otherwise I'll end up not being really behind. Nimue says we're doing the Scroop one. She's doing the historical version, and I'm doing the modern length and mixed construction. Nice. Makey says, what are you working on today? Missed the first bit. I'm doing my orange blossom. One of these. I'm going to make the skirt. That's the idea. I want to get the skirt done today. We'll see how that actually goes. No. Ooh. Yeah, that didn't sound good. Very dare you. It's this trying to sew on the live stream. This is why I don't sew on live streams, because it's just like, yeah.
What did it do?
Something with the bobbin. So
bobbin issues again.
Yes, we are. You see, like, you phone me on the way home from work, and the amount of times I'm swearing because my bobbin's playing up. This one's doing fun things. No. It's got really stuck. I'm not going to swear, so get demonetized. Like my title of today's live stream is Actual Sewing.
This is a lot of taking apart.
Oh, you little.
It's like twisted on the side.
It's got caught in the bobbin race. Oh, I know.
Looks a bit twisted.
Yeah.
If I cursed it, that's what it is. Does this never happen?
No, this happens. It's just, let's not blame you. You don't want to be barred from the sewing room. You'll never see me. The trouble is, I don't want to break any of the thread. I need them to be long so I can pick them out. But this is the trouble. So, like, the machine was like, oh no, there's a problem with the bobbin, and I was just like, no, there isn't, because I know this bobbin's full, but this machine's been like playing up.
So and crying wolf thing, you're like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's not. I'm getting a bit behind. And then it says, are you making darts, or what is today's project? No, I'm trying to sew the skirt of the orange one of this. Jessica says 6 degrees here, might get to 212 tomorrow. We have slightly warmer time in winter here at the moment. I'm still enjoying the fire though. Where are you again, Jessica? Are you in South Africa? Is that right? Did I get that right? My brain is like retains the weirdest like little pieces of knowledge. Okay, I've got one bit free. Okay.
It's like surgery.
You regret this?
Oh, that's a break. I like it. Is that the end?
There's another little piece. Oh, you little bastard. It had managed to like wrap itself around the bottom race rather than actually going into the piece, the bit that it needed to go into. Sometimes. Right, but while we're here, let's clean it out. All the little bits of fluff. Yeah. Depends which fabric you work with, because I mean, look at all this. This is all off-cut, like little tiny bits of thread from that fabric, because that literally is a loose weave, so it kind of just disintegrates as you look at it. Okay, I fixed it, she says.
Go again.
Try it. We'll get some oil as well, because why not? We're here. Yeah, so, you know, a lot of sewing is cursing.
Fixing things.
Okay. Oh, right. Where did we get to with the chat? Yamo says, and yay for the reappearing t-shirt back. It couldn't you couldn't have fled the sewing room all on its own. No, exactly. It didn't grow legs and walk out of there, because like that, it's just so funny, because Mum's just like looking around. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm trying to have a conversation, and she's like, I've lost something. Like, good God, now what?
Take two.
Try again. My dentist mirror. Let's just, probably going to affect it, but let's. Where's that fluff come from? I just defluffed you. Good grief. Fluff magnet. Ooh, that's a giant bit of fluff as well. That's my tweezers. There they are. Okay, well, this is going to be fun to try and do.
First time.
First time. There we go. There's two ways of threading this. There's one way to thread it for regular sewing, and then there's another thing that you have to put it through to thread it for the embroidery. Why can I not pick things up? I'm failing. Honestly, I know what I'm doing. Do you believe me? No. Right, okay. Are you going to behave this time? No, where's the thread?
It's not getting it.
I've jinxed it by saying I was going to sew. That's the problem. Let's just catch up with the chat. We'll come back to this in a second. Kelly says, we don't actually sew during the hangout. We gossip and drink tea. This is true. Lollapalooza says, morning all. Good morning. Jessica says, woohoo, sewing in a hangout. Well, I did like a stitch and then things went horribly wrong. Gig Racer says, you are making me want to go and make cocktails. At least it's the right time of day. This is true. I can't have cocktails today because I've got driving back to the ferry. You can.
Good. It's not the same when you're not having one, is it?
No. Joe says 17 degrees in Troon, west coast of Scotland, and wet and grey. Yesterday was beautifully sunny though. Nice. Gig Racer says Pimm's is gin based. I had no idea. I'm not a fan of gin, but enjoy a Pimm's cocktail. Same. I had no clue. And there's 2 types of Pimm's. Pimm's number something and Pimm's number something else. I have no idea what the difference is, but I know that there are 2 types. Does anyone remember? Yeah. Does anyone remember when you were allowed to advertise alcohol on the TV and there was the Pimm's o'clock adverts?
I do remember the adverts.
Yeah. Pimm's o'clock. Elena says bobbins are evil. Yes. Susan says good morning. Good morning. Caroline says my brother-in-law has a wine bar in Richmond. They make red and white sangria by the gallon, and the fruit from that after 24 hours soaking is just yum. Yeah, I do like white sangria. That sounds really yummy. Lollapalooza says, make my first men's shirt for my hubby. My God, it was so much easier than any woman's bodice I've ever made. I've told him it's the kiss of death. If I offer to make him anything, like it would just like every time I've ever made anything or offered to make something for somebody in a relationship, it's all gone horribly tits up. So maybe in 3 or 4 years, once we've established that we can like actually tolerate each other for that long, maybe. Although he has already picked out a pattern, a little jacket one that, yeah. No.
So if you want a Henry t-shirt,
yeah. No, I said no.
You just said no.
I just said no.
There wasn't an excuse.
There was no excuse. No, it was just like no. These making something for somebody is a kiss of death for one of my relationships. And no, I like you. If I ever decide that I don't want you anymore, then you'll be like, oh God, she's trying to get rid of me.
I made you these 14 items.
Now piss off. Gig Racer says, I think you might have jinxed it by titling it actual sewing. Exactly. Yeah. Joe says, I had bobbin explosion yesterday, so frustrating. Yes. Eleanor says, you need a bunch of new bobbins. These are all dud, and they are all the ones that have broken and have been thrown away. These ones so far work, and so did the little, I have a stash of them over there as well. I have a lot of bobbins, but they all seem to be giving up the ghost at the same time, which is really annoying. Abby says, oh my goodness, I finally caught a live. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Jessica says, I'm in New Zealand between Dunedin and Invercargill. Okay, so I was right hemisphere and latitude, just longitude. I've got one. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 2 years across.
Yeah. You're quite a lot wrong. Gig Racer said, I had some lovely cable knit material arrive this week, and I'm planning on making a Love Notions Canyon waterfall cardigan. I'm also planning to make a Reaver backpack for my mum. Nice. Jessica says, if you get the vacuum hoover, could you cut the thread and vacuum them out? Well, and well done. Yeah, it was going to be fine. Just keep telling it, it's like, you're fine. We don't need a service, honest. Because I have to take it to the mainland. Ooh, so you could meet me in Portsmouth though, couldn't you?
Could.
That would be nice of you, so I wouldn't have to take the car over.
Yes, you just got to take it over on the.
Yeah.
Would you take it on as a foot passenger?
Yeah.
Is that its own case?
Yeah.
So, it does.
Yeah. It's really fluff and heavy though. It's got its own little carry handle as well. No, it's like designed to be carried, but it is heavy. Gig Racer says it's a procrastination tactic as much as something I want to do. Have to work on my taxes and also enrollment into postgrad. Yeah. Jojo says successful surgery of fluffing Trixie machines. Yes. Vox 3D says I'm also doing some actual sewing. Just finished hemming my Frida skirt, Schutz apparel. I usually don't wear skirts, but made it in the same fabric as the Tudor blouse. Both on look like a dress. I really liked your Tudor blouse, actually. That was really nice. And I have that pattern. I really need to pull my finger out and make that. But I don't wear tops or skirts. So that's why I don't. I've got like that section and that section are all fat pieces of fabric that are only long enough to make tops. I don't wear tops. I wear dresses. Is there anything in there that's like,
Yeah. Is that?
That's BB-8.
I was going to say that is BB-8.
Yeah, that is Star Wars fabric.
That's awesome.
I'm going to make a shirt out of that for me. I've only got a little cropped, so it's not enough for a shirt for you. Would you like a crop top? That would be a very definite look.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I won't be seen in public with you in it, but I'll make you
one. The 80s is back, right?
Oh, God. Yeah, no, don't do that. Kikro says, has anyone tried the mini straw looking vacuum attachment for a keyboard cleaning in their sewing machine? Is it a good option for cleaning up the fluff? I want one of those. I keep seeing them and I'm like, ooh, that sounds like a really good idea. But I haven't tried it. Has anyone else? Because if you have, should we get one? Nimoy says, my internet is being uncooperative, but don't forget to like the stream, peeps. Oh yeah, there's 73 of us and only 20 likes. Please do give it a thumbs up. I promise it makes a difference. Saskia says, tracing a pattern today, have to grade between a size 8 waist and 14 hips. No prizes for guessing my body shape. Yep, completely with you on that one. It's always fun. It's always fun. Size 12 at the bust, 6 to 8 at the waist, and then like, yep. Yep, it means you've got a good butt, so, you know. Lala Pusa says, oh, we've been married for 36, 36. Lollapalooza. The actual comment says, we've been married for 36 hours and I bought enough fabric for 5 more shirts for him. And then she said 36 years.
Just feels like that.
Not hours. Carol says, good morning from New York City. Good morning. Abby says, I'm making my first 7974 today. Fingers crossed the ease isn't too extreme. The ease is incredibly extreme. Hopefully you've watched my videos about which pattern size you should pick. But if not, good luck. And it is a beautiful dress. I'm making 4 of them. I've got like that one and the white one, and then the actual one that's finished is the yellow strawberries.
That's a nice
Yellow strawberries. Oh, cool.
Try not to
He's
destroy
damaging
everything.
himself. Well, don't hurt yourself either.
Sure.
Like, bring it. Okay, bring the white one forward.
This one.
Yeah. And then
More.
again.
Oh, that one behind there.
And yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. Keep going. More. That one.
Can you see it?
I like having an assistant.
Glamorous assistant team.
Yes. So yeah, this is my quilting foam one. This one's actually finished. It's got buttons and buttonholes and everything, and like it's hemmed. I could hem this one because I didn't have enough fabric to cut out the skirt as the pattern suggested. So I've just cut it out as 2 panels of fabric and sewn it in together. And to the point where I had so little fabric, I'd even used the selvages as the finishing technique because I didn't want to lose any of the print or the length of fabric I had in this one. So yes, strawberries, 7974 is good. Please, could you hang that back up?
Okay.
Just shoving it in your face. Okay. Right. Now that you've had a time out. Yeah. It's behaving itself. Right.
We're going to get to see a few stitches now.
Maybe that's what I was trying to say. Carol says, yes, have the mini attachment for the vacuum, works so well, just need to remember to use it. Oh, awesome though, so that's good. I need to get myself a little vacuum for down here. I actually got like the mini Henry, but it's battery powered, so it wasn't really sucky enough. And you do need the good suction because the floof gets everywhere, and you can't use compressed air because it just pushes the floof further into the machine. Because I did ask last time I was at the place getting it serviced, I was like, would that help? And he's like, no, because he's like, somebody did, and then all the floof just got pushed further and further, so we ended up having like chunks of like matted fabric to. Right. Oh yay!
Okay.
I think I'm probably going to get 2 whole seams sewn in this, and there was me thinking I was going to get the entire skirt finished, but it's actually now 44 minutes and 44 seconds before actual stitches have been sewn on the live hangout. But we're going to 12:30, so we started early. So
we're early, so you still have 32 minutes.
Okay, you can do this. You can do this. Abby says lots of strawberries. Yes. Kristen says, hi Sean, if you're having problems with 12 at the bust and 14 at the hips, and find it difficult, guess what it is if you have an 18 at the bust and a 14 at the hips, inverted triangle. Oh yeah, having to fit the large boobies is difficult, very difficult. Yeah, this is why I don't do garments at my retreats. This is why I do bag sewing, because bags fit everybody.
Be quiet, be good.
Just destroys the entire sewing room. But yeah, bags for everybody, because like I'm good at fitting me and mum and similar shapes to that, but I do not have the expertise to be like do other fit issues. Have you had a look at Lakala patterns, Kristen? Because I had a lady who had a very substantial boobies, double G and quite a small back, and she wanted a coat. And I got the pattern from Lakala, because you put your measurements into Lakala and then it makes the pattern for you, like according to, I mean, you obviously still have to make a muslin, and I did. But that thing fit her really, really well. Unfortunately, I only have a photo of her flashing the insides, because it was a black velvet coat on the outside, and then she'd gone for a really fancy lining on the inside, a hot pink one with 1930s ladies in outfits. So I've only got the one flashing, but it does fit really well over her boobs. So Lakala is a really good resource for extreme variations between sizes and patterns. I really like Lakala patterns. The instructions are minimal, and that's being kind. So I still owe you guys a Lakala sew along. I picked a pattern that I tried to make, and honestly, it had like a twist neck, and I could not work out, like even sewing it up and putting it together, it was just like, this does not compute at all. So I still owe you guys a Lakala sew along. So I am going to do one. I'm just going to try and do a slightly less mind-friendly one, because the only instructions for that one were like a couple of sentences. But the actual patterns themselves, I have made lots and have enjoyed. So yeah. Elena says, very fruity June. Yes, we've got oranges, strawberries, lemons, two lemon dresses, 2 strawberry dresses, an orange dress. Yes, I'm hoping there's going to be another lemon dress, because I cut it out. I cut out the 5951 after last week's hangout, because I worked out, this is why I'd be terrible in sewing bee as well, because I can't sew and talk. I can do one or the other. So, and not that I'm eligible to reply, but everyone always asks and says, oh, you should go on a Great British Sewing Bit, but no, I'd be awful at it, because I can't talk and sew, one or the other. But the 5951, when I ironed the fabric out, the skirt pieces fit perfectly. So I've even managed to do little cap sleeves. So yes. Good Graces says, using selvage is very common in historical sewing. Nothing wrong with it at all. No, definitely not. One thing I will say is that some selvages are tighter than the weave of the fabric, and they can distort the fabric. Like the white dress back there, the selvage on that one was so tightly woven that I actually needed to cut some of it off to get the fabric to lie flat, and then cut the piece out. So you know, like totally absolutely acceptable to use the selvage of the fabric as a finishing method for seams, but only if the selvage is actually laying nice and flat on the fabric and is not distorting the fabric, because that does and can happen and will affect how your dress looks, or your skirt looks, or your shirt, or your whatever you're making, your garment. That's the word I was looking for. Noelia says, hello everyone. Hi Shana Buttons. Hello. Elena says, tracing 22 bust, 18 waist, and 16 hips equals a lots of cursy words. Yes. Rachel Lynn says, good morning or good morning. And JB says, good evening. Shine Peeps, good evening. Gig Racer says, can relate to fitting issues. My bust is 3 sizes bigger than my waist, and my hips are 2 sizes bigger than my waist. I'm very much an hourglass despite being plus size, and I'm 5'10" to boot. Ah, so you have the lovely issue of like torso length as well. Fun times. Dave on Arrive says, hey Sean, happy hot summer's day. Yes, you too. Susan says, hello Sean and Buttons. Did I hear you say last week that you are needing more interfacing? You did. That's I literally have. I was going to message you actually because I know she moved shops. Susan, last time you sent me the interfacing, you sent me 6 meters, didn't you? Comes all the way from Australia. That's all I've got left. So yeah, Susan sent this to me as a present. Good, like 4 years ago now. It's her favorite interfacing, and she sent me a couple of samples of it. She was just like, yeah, this stuff's amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, it is. Sent it, and she sent it to my PO box. And then the next time I was like, oh, can you let me know where to get it from? I'll order some. She's like, no, I'll send it to you. She sent me 20 meters. So I've used that. And then the last time she sent it to me, she sent me 6 meters, and that's what I got left. So, because I know it's Tatiana, isn't it? You saying last time she's moving shop. So I'm going to email her and ask, because you don't need to send me interfacing again, but I highly recommend it. I think quite a few peeps have ordered it from and had it sent over from Australia, from what I understand. But yes, it is amazing stuff. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Right. I'm so excited about this dress. It's going to be so pretty. Kirsten says, that's why I took classes at Craftsy and made slopers for me, Susie Farah, and I make my own underwear. Beverly Johnson, nice. Yeah, I really enjoy the Susie Farah classes. I need to get back into that. I think my Sojo has well and truly re-established itself after the last couple of months of doing TNTs and like projects. I mean, I am excited about all those projects. It's just the like getting them to fit is, also terrifying. So, and the next one I need to perfect is the corset, and then 95%. It's up there, thinking about what it's done at the moment. Dave Nareb says, good video the other day. Wiggle into the jeans thing made me laugh, as I've put on weight myself, so I have to wiggle into things. And safety pin a shirt gape a bit recently. Working on it, more exercise, more water, less snacks, but sweating a lot in this weather, which helps. Yes. Now the jeans that I wore on our first date, those skinny jeans, I actually have to I put them on and then I jump, because you hold on to the waistband and jump, and gravity does the work. Because they are very skinny jeans. Yeah, it's really interesting actually, because it's kind of like 50-50 as to what people think about the bootcut jeans that I said were an absolute nightmare to get into, because the fly is just not long enough for my giant hips. So I actually, watching back the video, I wasn't going to put it out because I hate how I look in those bootcut jeans, and I have filmed an entire other video doing my cropped jackets and waistcoats in those jeans, because I was thinking, oh, I really wanted to try on a jacket with the jeans, and it didn't go at all. And I was just like, oh, I'm not going to put that out because I hate how I look in them. I am going to put it out because I've edited it in such a way that I'm just like, okay, it's not as bad as I remember it being. But yeah. Susan says, I will call into the shop this week and send some more. That is very kind of you, Susan, but this time you need to let me send you monies, because you can't keep sending me interfacing, because yeah, but it is very much appreciated, because I love this stuff, and I highly recommend it for everybody else. What's her new shop like actually? Is it bigger than the last one? Is that why she moved over? I'm going to assign one seam.
Slightly behind your normal pace.
So again?
Slightly behind your normal pace.
Just a little bit, yeah. This dress usually takes me a day to make. Not at this speed. I enjoy waffling too much. It's your fault. There's 81 people here distracting me.
And 38 likes, so it's like almost 1 in 2 people.
Yeah, apparently nobody else likes this stream.
50-50.
Abby says, ooh, I'm a 12, 6, 14, 2. I'll have to rewatch and follow your videos to a T. Lol, nice. Yeah. I don't think I show, like, I do show choosing pattern sizes, and I don't think I show grading them, but it is literally just trying to keep a straight line between the two pieces when they get smooshed together. So yeah. Johanna says, good morning, peeps. I used to lay on the bed to get into my jeans. Mum used to tell me stories about when she'd buy new jeans and then she'd go and sit in a cold bath in them so that they would fit to, form to her like body more. And it's just like, I'm so glad they invented stretch denim, because that does not sound like fun. I just don't find trousers comfortable. Like, I like skirts, and I like big skirts, because I know loads of you very much liked me in the wiggle skirts. I'm going to make a couple more, because I've got like fabric back there that I've only got enough to make a wiggle skirt. So, like, I will make a few more, but I just don't know when I'm going to wear them. You'll have to take me out on dates, because they feel like very formal outfits.
I have to. More cocktail bars.
Yeah. Yeah, in wiggle dresses. You'll like that. He's a butt guy. Giving away all the secrets.
You are, aren't you?
Yeah. David Rove says, hello fella, is your boyfriend sewing fashion design guy? No, he's a construction manager. But
similar.
Yeah. He makes houses, not clothes. Well, you watch other people make them and make sure that they do things in the right order, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. See? Yeah. There's an order of operations, like the dresses as well. Oh! I'm throwing pins at him now. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
I'm like quality control right now.
Apparently. Can I get the second seam sewn in?
What have you got? You've got 19 minutes, to be fair. You should manage it.
At this rate?
It's about 10 stitches a minute.
This is not good. This is really not good. Guy Gracer says, the Dahlia Society have just started selling some amazing interfacing. It looks similar to that one, incredibly soft, but changes to be stiffer when ironed on. Apparently used in couture makes. Ooh, fancy. Rachel then says, wait, you'll actually get a seam sewn? Yay, I've done one. Can I get 2 done? Can I get 2 done?
It's looking good so far.
Yeah, when I actually get going, it's the chatting that's the issue. Carol says, 81 peeps, 39 likes. Hit the like. Yes, please. Yes, please. 82 and 44 now. Jojo says, sewing one seam is still actual proper sewing, though. I know the title of this live stream is actually accurate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Technically accurate.
Technically accurate. I'm so looking forward to this dress. It's going to be so pretty. I didn't stab you that time. You can get pin cushions that sit on your wrist like a bracelet.
It sounds like painful.
Well,
disaster when it's happening.
Exactly, because people get so used to them.
Then when they haven't got them on.
Like muscle memory force.
So just looking over, you've got like 10 of them in your hand. Oh.
Like, that's not appropriate. Elena says, you two are too cute. Apparently. David Arabe is laughing. Jump around. Yes. To put the song on when I'm putting them on. Susan says she now has a 2-story building. Ground floor has fabric and Habby on one side and fitting room on the other. Oh, cool. Upstairs she has her workroom and space for lessons classroom. That sounds amazing. Like, if I had unlimited money, I would want that. Like, I would want a workroom, like somewhere where I could do classes and stuff like that, and then have the shop downstairs. But I would want somebody else to run the shop and do all the management for me, because I don't. Like, that's why one of the reasons like I don't really sell fabric in my shop and stuff is because fulfilling orders is such a full-time job, and I want to do this. So
Sounds like the amount of outbuildings we're going to have eventually.
we were talking about this yesterday. We need an outdoor pub and a Sian shed
gym,
and a pool and a gym
and a workshop
and a man shed. Yeah, it's going to be. We just need to win the lottery. Yeah. MJB says magic interfacing. Where do I find it in Australia? It's from Tatiana. The details are in the Peeps group. They're a pinned post at the top of the KB Peeps group. So all of the details are in there. Although, Susan, could you send me the new shop details so I can update it? Because I think I've got her mobile number and her email. But I think I might have the old shop on the thing still. Yeah. Michelle says, good morning from a sunny Bermuda, finally. Been raining for 4 weeks. Oh, blimey. Mary Ellen says, came in late. Hi, Sian and Buttons. What is the fabric on the dress you are wearing? Love that print. This is the Legging Kilroy Amaryllis, and highly, highly recommend. One of my favorites. I've even got my matching scrunchie in. This is why sewing doesn't happen during the live hangouts. This is why fabric fondling is better. Because I can't do both. Can't waffle and sew, apparently. Big Gracie says, I've mostly given up on jeans. Now I wear Bengaling cigarette style trousers because they can be casual or dressed up and are stretchy. I used to do the lie on the back trick to get my into tight jeans. I've never had to do that. Yeah, I've just like relied on gravity and jumping. That works for me. Although I have broken the belt loop on a pair of jeans once, and not only did it wasn't the stitching that came undone, it was the actual fabric that ripped away, so it ripped a hole. I was like, oh, oopsie, maybe I shouldn't be wearing these. Maybe these are slightly too tight. So, yeah. Johanna, Degna says to Johanna, relying on regarding lying on the bed to get into jeans, I would be worried I'd fall asleep. Lol. Olivia says, good morning, Sian, Buttons, and lovely peeps. Sian is actually sewing. What is happening here? Mind blown. I know. How are we doing on time?
We've got 14 minutes.
14 minutes. So in an hour and a quarter, I have managed to sew 2 seams. I don't know how Rachel does her live sew-alongs, because Rachel does this sort of thing, but like doing an actual sewing, like how to sew a project together, and she actually finishes them. I have no idea. It is. Okay, I've sewn 2 seams.
So what is this for? What part does this make?
This is going to be the skirt. So that's the back of the skirt.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see so that's the top. That's the curve. That makes sense.
Yeah. And so at the moment, it looks like the raw edge is on the outside. So it's just a finishing technique. So I will trim that down so it's 1/8 inch away from the stitching line, press it, and then sew it again. And then you end up with French seam, which is like that. So all the raw edges are enclosed. And it's a really like neat finishing technique, and it gives longevity to the clothes, because when you wash them, these edges can fray. And lots of people use that machine to finish off the edges of woven garments. Like if you looked at the inside of your shorts or something, it would have yeah, exactly. That's a cover stitch. But like the side of it will have been sewn with an overlocker.
That thread that they're like brand new jeans, and you already cut.
I had to cut the thread, yeah.
Shorts even.
But I like French seams because I just think they're really pretty, and I was scared. I had that for 5 years before I used it for the first time. I was just, it was one of those things where it's just like, I was terrified of it. I didn't know what it would be. It's got a blade on it. Like that thing will stab you. So I was just like, yeah, I didn't want it. So I learned a whole bunch of different finishing techniques. So I like bias. That's what all that is, bias binding, finishing hems and stuff, and French seams. And so now I use them. And I get so many people say to me, it's just like, oh my God, you make so much more work for yourself doing that. And it's like, well, it's only like an extra couple of processes, and you end up with, I end up with a garment that I like how it looks. I mean, this one, I'm really lazy, and where is a seam? Is there a seam? The skirt pieces are so big on this. I just pink them, and this has been washed and worn like multiple times. And if it's good enough for Dior used to do that when they did couture in the 50s. So like, you know what? And that was only because I traced this out at a certain size and then put weight on, and I didn't want to trace it again, so I didn't have enough. I had to sew it with a smaller seam allowance, so I don't have enough room for a French seam, which is why I pink these ones. And it's fully lined as well, so sheer laziness. Sheer laziness. Michelle says, it's buttons. What are you teaching him, Sean? Apparently about French seams. Are you
about French seams, about bobbins? Are
you fascinated?
I am.
I do give him the option to like not have to come and sit with me during the hangouts, but you do seem to enjoy it.
I do enjoy it. Yeah.
He even like joins in when he's not here. Like you've signed in.
I have, yes. Yeah. I got just fall asleep last weekend.
Yeah, when we were talking about like what animals like we should have on my boobs, he was asleep for that conversation. But then you did sleep for like 15 hours that day.
Too old for a night out.
Apparently. It sounds like quite the night out as well.
It was interesting.
Yeah. Elena says, Sean shed, didn't we agree on a couple of times that you need a full-on barn? Yeah, that's true. Can you imagine how much stuff I would have if I had like twice the amount of space that I have now, though?
Yeah, it would be twice as much stuff. In fact, more than twice as much, I can guarantee it.
Yeah. I would expand to fill the space. But wouldn't it be nice? Because like I love this sewing room, don't get me wrong, but everything is on wheels in the center of it and all the storage is around the outsides, and then you have to like move pieces of furniture around to do different things. It would be so nice to have like a paper crafting desk set up permanently that I don't have to like, because the legs are over there and the tabletop's underneath there and this all needs to go over there so that desk can come out, kind of thing. It would just be so nice to have like a cutting table with completely be able to walk around without having to put the sewing machine away. That would be amazing. So yeah, please may I have a barn.
I'll get on it right away.
Thank you.
Just give me 5 to 6 years.
Okay. I'll start making you clothes by then. You can tolerate me for 5 to 6 years.
It's an entire barn.
You'd be like, fine. Yeah, here's one t-shirt. You've earned it. Grace says, I will definitely be trying some of the magic interfacing too, I think. Yeah. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Dagon Arrive says, I suppose you both construct things for a living. There is a link there.
Very true.
This is true. You like building stuff as well, don't you?
I like making things. There's definitely some fundamentals, like some things that are the same.
Measure twice, cut once, swear, buy more fabric, do it again.
Yeah, essentially.
Huh? This is just wood.
Replace with insert material here.
Yeah. I was saying that when my dad was building me the cutting table, he's like, there is no swear and buy more stuff because this is expensive. You get it right the first time. I was like, yes, Father, I know. It was a joke. I was making a funny. Apparently it wasn't very funny. Elena says, or do you just need a castle with all the extra buildings nearby?
Yeah, castle with black.
Yeah. Apparently we can have a castle. This is good. I do like the idea of the back garden pub.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be good. I would enjoy that. Do you know, I have been brought up in pubs. I think I've told these guys this before. Brought up in pubs until I was about 12. I have never in my life bought a pint.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Interesting fact.
Yeah.
Though you probably shouldn't be. before.
Well, no, at that
Yeah,
age, to be
yeah.
fair. But still, I have never in my life worked behind a bar.
Yeah, I can't imagine this. I don't know, some people like it, don't they? I couldn't imagine it.
No, you enjoy being in bars.
The other side of the
Yeah.
bar. Although I have been somewhere where they got to the point where people were pouring their own pints.
Yeah, Dad used to have parties like that in his pubs. Susan says she has on-site parking now as well. Ooh, nice. But yeah, please, Susan, please do message me the updated details, and please do let me send you the money for the interfacing this time. I know you very kindly sent it as a gift the last 3 times, but I am very happy to buy it. I just need to get on top of the actual, like on rolls of paper, like my pattern paper, the last sort of like 10 meters has like a red line on it, so it's like you're aware that you're running out. So same with like till receipts and stuff, if they do that red line, so like the loose was running out. Yeah, I need to sort of maybe mark my interfacing when I roll it onto the bolt. To be like, oh yeah, you like that. How am I doing for time? Because my stomach is starting to rumble.
6 minutes to go.
I've got 6 minutes. Can I sew I've pinned 2 more seams. Can I sew? Hello, Mother.
Morning.
How are you guys? We're good. And 80 other people here with us as well. We are doing a live hangout.
Only 80?
Only 80 today, yeah.
Oh,
Like
too hot.
64 likes.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
very good ratio.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Excellent.
And actual sewing is occurring.
Right.
Yes.
And buttons in
No, it's
reality.
a whole new format to the
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, I've only stabbed him with a pin once, and yeah, well.
I'm tempted.
Are you teaching him how to sew?
No.
Oh, not yet.
No, she just throws pins at me when she takes them out.
Right.
Need to be on more alert.
That is to come, hey?
Yeah. Let's see. Where did I get to with the chat? Livia says, I agree. Fabric fondling and pattern sorting and plan making. Yeah. David Rose says, 38 likes. Come on, people. Oh, yeah, we're up to 69 now.
69, yeah. Come
Yeah.
on.
And then
Let's get everyone in.
Yay!
Well, only 11 more of you.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, 10 more of you.
Nice.
Shame 10 people now.
Elena says, it will not stab you. It will cut you. Yeah, the overlocker has got a blade.
Yes, very, very.
Yes,
Yeah.
it sounds, yeah.
Mm.
Well, you know, what was I playing around for the other day? The fabric cutter.
Oh, the rotary cutter.
Rotary cutter.
Oh.
He was sitting there just going on the blade, like, oh, this isn't sharp.
It's very sharp.
Apparently yours wasn't. But Mother, you also hadn't locked it. You hadn't put the
I
safety
know.
on.
I hear. You told me.
Right, yeah.
Shame.
I'm outing everyone
Shame.
today.
Yeah, clearly.
But
Thank
like,
you.
But that was obviously the problem, not the fact that
Yeah. Yes. Because I hadn't locked it.
Yeah.
buttons proof it.
No.
Oh,
It's just why do you see a sharp blade and try and put your finger in it anyway? Why? It's like, is this sharp? Oh yes, it is. Cut tip and finger off. Whoopsie. No. I took it away and hid it under fabric. It's
You're
like,
having supper tonight at 6 o'clock,
yes, please.
and all most of the vegetables are from the garden.
Oh,
Like broccoli,
fancy.
fidget,
Fancy.
spears and-
Do you eat Brussels sprouts?
No, they're not ready yet.
No,
They won't be
no.
ready till Christmas.
No. But if he eats Brussels sprouts,
We'll be fine.
yeah, because Mum's growing like an entire bed of Brussels sprouts. I have
Oh,
no
half
idea
a bed.
why.
Half of
Right,
it.
you don't like them.
6 cauliflower.
They're one of those things that you've got to have with certain.
No, you haven't. She cooked them 2 years ago
No, 3 years ago,
3 years-
Christmas dinner.
with
I made
almonds,
Brussels
bacon.
You've got,
No,
Yeah,
shit,
bacon.
almonds. I made
Yeah,
Brussels
like-
sprout gratin. I
Beautiful.
tried it. It was still disgusting because it's full of Brussels sprouts. If I could have scraped the Brussels sprouts out, then it would have been chocolate,
Oh,
cheesy
no.
gratin with
It was
But
delicious.
no, it wasn't. But look how nice I was making that for other people when I knew I wasn't going to like it. That was nice of me. Yeah. I'm not a totally selfish being. Just mostly selfish. How am I doing for time? I'm determined to get this scene done, and I need to catch up on
3
the chat
minutes.
as well.
Ah,
So 6 likes to go now. Look.
yay! That's really good. Anyway, I shall leave you, love you and leave you. I'm going to see a garden.
Yes, you are. So I'll lock this up when we're done.
See you later on.
Bye.
Right. I'm going to finish this scene because I need to, and then I'm going to catch up with chat, and then we will go and have lunch. See, look, I can sew quickly when I need to. When the pressure's on. I will have sewn 3 whole seams in an hour and 15 minutes. How impressive is that? Like, I mean, standing ovation, everyone. Thank you very much. This is a shocking production rate. Shocking. 3 seams sewn. Right, now let's catch up with the chat. And yeah, let's see, where did I get to with the chat? Where did I get to?
There's a lot of chat today, actually.
There is a lot of chat. It's because there's a guest star there just like, Dave Narave says, I used to know someone who would do a handstand before tying her hair into a ponytail instead of a simple head flip forward, but she, I'm sure, put on her jeans normally. I presume long. I mean, that would be incredibly impressive if she could get jeans on whilst doing a headstand. Yeah. Jessica says, can buttons do the reading of the chat so you can sew and waffle? Actually, that might be a good...
Giving me more responsibilities now,
I don't know, you've got that look on your face like, how can I mess with her?
Yes.
No.
Possibly.
Maybe next time, because he won't be here next weekend because you're looking after your dad, right?
I am.
So he will be back the weekend of the 8th because we've already booked our Pims o'clock.
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Gig Racer says, good idea to Jessica. Rachel Lynn says, I'm teaching my daughter and friend how to sew this week. We're making aprons and stuffed animals. Cute! Gig Racer says, I would just like to have a dedicated sewing room with a cutting table and the right height. Cutting out on the floor is difficult with floof monsters around. Another dining table isn't large enough. Although I have to say, if you have a cutting table and you put fabric on it, it will attract the floof monsters. Like, I have many pictures of Chiana who I've like laid out my fabric perfectly, turned around to get a pattern, and she's like in the middle of it, full on loaf, like she's been there for hours. Like, so wherever the fabric is, the floof will find. Olivia says, Sean, have you done the acupuncture yet? Could not remember. My first appointment is the first Wednesday in July, and then every other Wednesday in July, and then 2 weeks in August. I'm so looking forward to it. I think I get a pens machine as well, and yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. Una says, hello Sean, buttons, hello Sean, peeps, and buttons in capital letters. That's Una. Una has pink hair.
Very cool.
Very cool. When she came to the dressmaker's ball, she walked in, she was a little bit late. It was like, Una! I've never met Una before in real life, but it was the hair. It's just like, yes.
Give away.
She says, I just sewed a button to my machine, so I thought I'd better stop for lunch. Yeah, that's impressive. Elena says hi to Jane. Michelle says, don't need a castle, just a smallish estate would do me just fine. My sewing machine is on one end of the dining table. One day I'll get a sewing room, but if I do have a view of the ocean, evens out. Yeah. I mean, I genuinely cannot complain. This was built for me. I mean, I know Mum sews as well. Everyone, when I first set this up, everyone was like, why has your mother only got a tiny corner and you've got the rest of it? And it's like, because I have all the stuff. Mum's like, no, this is all I need. And even the table's been done to my height rather than Mum's, bless her. So, you know, we need to get her a step up or something for it.
Did it make you a Mark II version, which is a little like adjustable? Those little motors you get. Seen those, like,
Yes,
tables,
yes, yeah. Yes. They just, I did consider those, but the trouble is they don't come wide enough.
No, and I guess a heavy table, they're probably not going to last too long.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see, what did I get to with the chart? Very good.
There's a reason why women live longer.
Because they don't touch blades.
Touch sharp blades.
Going, is this sharp? Yeah. Una says, remember to like the live. Love your dress, Sean. Thank you. Elena says, you just read that one out. Una says, Brussels sprouts. Blah. Yeah, totally. Jojo says, Brussels sprouts are lush. What? Gig Racer says, Brussels sprouts. Blah. I'm adding in some of the malts here. Elena says, and Shan is making her traditional move and making me hungry once again. Am I?
We've got last night. Well, we've got last night's pizza.
Yeah, you've got cold pizza to eat at some point as well. Yeah, I had chicken wings.
They're good though.
They were good. Rachel Lynn says, a lot of weeks sewing doesn't start until about an hour in at least, so you did good. 3 seams, that's impressive. Goo Racer says, and add that to bingo card to Elena. Sean makes us hungry, yeah. Upside down pineapples need to be in the bingo card as well, because when we can get those mentioned, I'm going to shoehorn that into every conversation from now on. Yeah, we do need a Sian hangout bingo card. We'll have to make one. I think that'll be fun. Rachel Lynn says, Buttons, did you move the mannequin? No, I did. And this is why I'm not leaving you guys unattended with him, because you will give him bad ideas and he will start moving stuff.
I will.
Yeah, no, don't do it. This is why.
It's really subtle things as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and it will freak me
question your
out because
insanity.
no. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Michelle says, we're hiring Buttons for the Peeps group.
Oh, the iron is still on.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't forget about that.
Yeah, no, I'll turn that off as we go. It won't be fine anymore. It's one of those ones that if you don't use it, it turns itself off. You know.
People like me that are then going to walk into it.
Yeah. Michelle says, oh, read that one. Elena says to Gig Racer, normally I would, and most of the time I have snacks ready or end up grocery shopping during the hangout. Erin says, good morning from Virginia. Good morning. Gig Racer says, my fluff monsters are relatively easy to keep off tables. They are huskies, and the last one of them doesn't go. They are huskies, and at least one of them doesn't get onto the inside tables. Only one of them. I was going to say, I can imagine now you're going to have a cutting table, and in the Peeps group, you're going to be a picture of one of your huskies right in the middle of your, yeah. Because they've listened and they're like, oh, that's a good idea. Because huskies are like that. Una says, we dressmakers ball comment. She's laughing because of the hair. But yeah, the minute you walked in, it was like, there she is. Bright pink. MJB says, my floof monsters aren't big enough to jump onto the couch, let alone my cutting table. Fabric is safe here. Nice. Laura says, good morning from Chicago. Good morning. Johanna says that there are 3 seams you don't have to do later. Win. Exactly. And it was very nice having you guys keep me company whilst I did that as well.
You have more likes than live streaming people.
Oh, awesome.
Impressive.
Nice. Olivia says, I'm thankful I had sewing shed. My fluffyists are not allowed in there. Sewing with cats is not easy and should be considered exercise. Yes. Yeah, no, Chiana has got this bad habit. If I'm not giving her enough attention, she will eat thread, and that is obviously very dangerous for them. And she also has a thing for pulling out my pins. Like if I put my pins into anything, the flower head, she's like, ooh, that looks delicious. Let me start pulling on that. It's like, dear God, cat, no. So yeah, I don't bring Chi down here very often anymore. Laura says, hey Peeps, good morning from sunny Florida. Good morning. Una says, I love your scrunchie. Do you have a tutorial or what pattern have you followed? It's from Threads Monthly Scrunchie, and it's got a little bow tie on it as well, which is why I like it. I have like an entire, that's all of the scrunchies I've cut out over the last year and not sewn.
Not sewn, yeah.
I did one hangout. I was like, yeah, let's sew all the scrunchies. And then I looked at the amount of them that there were, and I was like, let's not do this and sit and chat instead. Because, you know, 3 seams in there. Yeah, that would take a long time.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. Caroline says, Sadan loves to get onto the outside table. Elena says, no animals here, only fabric stealing kid. Nice. Gig Racer says, the husky that would end up on the table would be the same one that has eaten my couch and coffee table in the past month. He's getting his adult teeth and is chewing everything. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. Guys, we need to go and have lunch because I would quite easily sit and happily chat more, but
it's going to be.
Am I over? I am
37
over.
minutes. Yes.
7 minutes over. So yeah, we're going to go and have have a walk and have some food because I'm excited about the food, and we will be back. No, you won't be back because you're with your dad next weekend. So in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back for a hangout with him. But I'll be here next weekend by just me. Sorry. Let's not do that. There was actually a channel, like quite a well-known designer did drunk sewing, and some people found it hilarious, but a lot of people were very upset with him for setting such a bad example. So yeah, we will be.
So this is how I get my hands.
I mean, no.
We're not bringing that conversation.
No. Faye says, look, a boy. Hi, Faye. Yes, look, a boy. I am going to try and put out more videos this week. because it's the end of the month. So the idea is I've got my jacket and waistcoat video clear out filmed, and then I'm going to do the trouser and jumpsuit pattern collection, the jacket and waistcoat pattern collection, and try and put those out as extra videos, and then still have a video at the weekend. And I think I am going to change the routine a little bit. So there'll be a Friday video, Sunday hangout, and then probably a Wednesday video, maybe Tuesday, depending on how things work out. Tuesday's probably going to be filming day, so just so that things are spread out a little bit more. But I'm going to aim for 2 proper videos a week. And no, I didn't do that last week or the week before. Sorry. But there should be the 7974 video and the lookbook, and then the July plans as well. And like I say, July is going to be dirty month. So I will see you guys during the week with those videos, and I'll see you next Sunday for the live hangout. And now we've got to try and end things gracefully. So I shall see you all then. Bye. And it's still going.